Welcome Dave Stuhler of Dynabraid to a brief video demonstration of the Janome ElectroPress. We're going to just do a brief overview of all the basic components of the press itself. Go through a brief overview here of the components of the press. You have your keypad and screen, which gives you all of your information. You also have your RAM, working table, two-hand safety start buttons, and emergency stop button in the center, and a key switch to select teach, run, external run, and a work home position button that the press will ask you to home prior to writing any or running any programs. Let's take a quick look at the screen itself. As you can see, the highlighted top bar shows what type of pressing we're going to do, and this one is a constant speed set stop position, which means we're going to just stop the press at a certain distance and record the force. Program number on the top. These are some of the parameters of this particular program. We have a pressing speed of 0.250 inches per second, a max pressure of 300 pounds, a starting position, an ending position, and 3 seconds holding time. We also, by cursoring over to the right, we can go to another screen which will also give us our work home position, our approach speed, our approach maximum pressure, our probing speed, touching load, and probe limit position. There are also many different pressing modes that you can use on this press. We're going to demonstrate two particular types, the two most commonly used pressing modes, which is the constant speed set stop position, which you see now, and then we wrote to pick and choose what particular type of pressing you would like to do. You hit enter, and it'll give you a choice of all the different pressing modes that you can run. Constant speed set stop position, which is where we are now. Constant speed set stop load, which will be the next program we're going to demonstrate. And then there's a lot of other different modes. Constant speed set distance, constant speed stop differential load, stop incremental load, constant speed timed presser, constant load set stop position, and constant load set distribute mode. There are several modes that we can run it in, but like I said before, the most commonly used modes are the set stop position and the set stop load. So let's re-enter that. This is warning us that if we change the operation mode, which we're not going to do, we are still in the set stop position, constant speed. Our other program, which we will get into in a moment, will demonstrate our load cell, which is incorporated into the press, which it'll press to a specific load that you enter numerically in the program, and then once you run the program, it'll search for that, continue to press until it reaches that preset load, and then stop. Hi again. We're going to actually run this program that we had put in. This is actually set up for program 2. We're going to just switch it back to that first program I showed you, and we'll run the second program in a moment. I hit program number, entered program number 1, which is our first program we want to run, and we enter. Now we're back to this first program that we saw before, constant speed set stop position. Now we're going to actually put the press in the run position and run the program, and then look at the data output. This cycle was set up for a 3-second hold time, so you have to hold it for 3 seconds. Now you can see that there are some results. You have a counter number, which is resettable at any time to 0. Sensor result is okay. Our end position, our end load, which we wanted to do close to 195 pounds, so we're very close. Working time of the actual cycle, sum counter, OK counter, fault counter, error rate, and prep time. Now if we want to see some more data, we can press display. This will give us work time rate, touching position, where it actually made contact with the part, touching load, which is the load that it reached to sense approach time 1.05 seconds, and the sensor result OK. Another press on the display button will actually give us a graph of position in inches and load in pounds. And as you can see, as the position increased, so did the load. Also, this information can be downloaded to a PC, which we do have on a PC right now. And as you can see, the data that from that last cycle that we did on that program 1, the data is there on the PC, and that can also be saved to a file and brought back anytime. Yes, another nice function of the PC is that programs that are written with the ElectroPress can be downloaded to the PC and saved, and then reloaded back to the press. Okay, now we're going to actually go back into the teach mode again, and we are going to run our second program. So we'll press program number, we'll pick our second program, we will enter, and now you will see that this is a different type program. It is a constant speed set stop load. So we have it set up right now at pressing speed. Much of the parameters are the same as the stop position. There's a few differences. You have pressing speed, start position, end load we have set at 300 pounds, holding time 3 seconds, slow down, which is how much you want the machine to slow down when searching for a specific load. Stop reference position, which is a position that you want the press to start looking for that force, preset force. You have it set at 300 pounds, you want it to start looking in that area of 3.2 inches, 3.297 inches. And limit position, which is the actual, as far as you would want it to go before it would set an alarm off. And that can be set also. There are some other variables that can be positioned: the work home position, approach speed, approach max pressure, probe speed, touching load, and probe limit position. Also return speed, which can be set in inches per second.
It's gonna go blurry. Okay.
I guess we're about ready to run this second program now, which will be set stop load, and then we'll look at the data output. As you can see, it's pressing very slowly, looking for that specific force, and now it's found it. After a 3-second hold, it is showing that the end load was 304 pounds. Sensor result OK. End position, working time for the cycle, sum counter, OK counter. These can all be reset to 0, your counters, at any time via the touchpad. And also, let's take a look at the some other of the output data. Working time rate, touching position, touching load, approach time, sensor result, and then one more push of the display will give us a graph. As you can see, this graph is a little different than the last one. Still shows position and load, but you can see that it went right to exactly 300 pounds. And if we hit that display again, we can look at the end load and show that it did indeed reach 304 pounds. That concludes this brief overview of the Genomine ElectroPress, and if you have any further questions, you can reach me, Phil Van Pelt, Fancourt Industries.